A warm welcome to everyone. I am Haripriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion, and I am going to present a video on fashion illustration. So in this video, we are going to see about garment features. First, garment features. Garment features, which means in a garment there are different parts are there. First one is collar. It is in the top portion. Next, yoke variations. Yoke is in the front part from the shoulder to bust line or to waist. It is a yoke portion. Next, pockets. Pockets can be in different areas like in the chest portion, or in it is to be in the pant. In pant there are different three types of pockets are used. Patch pocket, side seam pocket, bound pocket. There are different pockets. Next, cuff. The cuff, it is a portion here, and the sleeve it is like the joining portion from your shoulder to covering your hand. Next is trousers. Trousers, it is the bottom portion. So those are somewhat the different features, garment features. So how it is related to fashion illustration? So if we are doing an illustration to a garment, for a designing a garment for a particular person, we should know what are all those parts and how it can be changed according to the portion, body structure of that particular person, and how their need was to be satisfied using those different garment features. So first we are going to see about collars. First one is a garment feature. A garment feature refers to the element that makes a piece of clothing, influencing its design, functionality and aesthetic appeal. These features include fabric choices, silhouettes, construction details and decorative elements. Understanding garment features is essential in fashion design, garment construction and textile technology. First one is structural features, shape and construction. Second one is silhouette, overall shape of a garment that defines the outline or form of clothing. Common silhouettes like A-line, sheath, empire, ball gown, those are somewhat varieties of common silhouettes. So next one is for structural features, shape and construction, seams and darts. So seam is different type, that is joining two parts, joining two portions of a fabric, it is called as seams. Dart is mainly for shaping the places, which is mainly used in the waist part, in the chest portions or bust portions to give a shape form or to make a fitting. It is mainly used for fittings. So the darts, tapped folders sew into the fabric to create a shapes. Seams joining the fabric pieces together, that is princess seams for countering. Next one is necklines and collars, framing the faces. Necklines, V shape, boat neck, halter, sweetheart. So there are different types of necklines are there based on the body features of the wearer or who is a customer, who was a person needed a garment. Based on the body portion of those person, we have to select those necklines or seam line, whatever, because to avoid some portions, so we need to illustrate in a proper form. Next one is armhole, sleeves and armhole. Sleeve types, puff sleeve, bishop sleeve, raglan, cape, bell, etc. So sleeveless designs, it is racker back, tank top, sapphire stripes. Third one, last one is closures and facishings. Next, that is zippers, buttons, hooks, velcro, snaps, influencing functional and aesthetic finishes. So the invisible zippers for a seamline looks in a evening gowns. So invisible zips are there. It was used in evening gowns to make the wearer very comfortable. Next one is functional features. In the functional features, comfort and performance. The fabric and material choice. The natural fibers, that is cotton, it is a breathable one. Wool, it is a warmer one, it makes the wearer very warm. And next, silk, it is a luxurious one, so it makes it very lustrous and very shining to over the viewer. Synthetic fibers, that is polyester, it is a durable one. Spandex, it is a stretchy one, mainly it is used in the sports garments. Nylon, it is a very lightweight one. So those are synthetic fibers. Technical fabrics, moisture wicking. Moisture wicking, which means which absorbs the moisture from the places. Next, antibacterial and UV protection. So those things are technical fabrics. Antibacterial and UV, antibacterial was used in napkins or tissues wherever, and UV protection it is used in sunglasses and mainly in some garments. So those things are comes under technical fabrics. Next, fit and ease of the movements. Garment designed for comfort and activity levels, that is athletic wear, stretchy breathable fabric for movements. Work wear, reinforced seams for durability. So athletic, which means in the sports, so that for stretching and somewhat working and using those fabrics, it is to be very comfortable, wear breathable, and it should be somewhat stretching. Work wear, it is in industrial garments. Next one is pocket and storage. Functional pockets for utility, cargo pants, blazers, hidden pockets in the dresses for convenience. Next one is ventilation and insulations. Ventilation is mesh panel slits, cutouts for breathability. So next, insulations, it is quilted linen, padded layers for warmth. So quilting is somewhat to be a layer of firm, more on top of that there is a fabric and bottom there is a fabric to make it a quilting. It is making very soft and comfortable feel. Next one is decorative features. Embellishment and surface decoration, embroidery, beading, sequence, lace applique for visual appeal. So making it is to be emphasized. Screen printing and dyeing techniques for patterns, ruffles, pleats and frills, creating volumes, movements and textures. Used in the formal wear, ball gowns, flamenco dresses. Trims and edging, piping, lace trims, contrast stitching to define the garment lines, fringes and tassels for bohemian or vintage styles. So those are somewhat to be emphasizing those, or that is decorating the garments. So first we are going to see about collar. The collar is a design feature that frames the face. It seems to be here and it frames the faces. It is added to the garment neck edges to create the variation in the lines, shapes, colors or textures in order to enhance its appearance. Proportion and shape are critical in the success of the collar. So it serves as a finish the raw edges of at the neckline. So it is mainly to finish the raw edges of the necklines and it gives a good feel. So the proportion and shape, it is a principles of design. It serves as a finishing. Collars are usually made of a double layer of fabric with or without an interfacing. In every collar, one must distinguish the other edge and the inner edge of the collar. The set of collar, that is the way that it lies and fits on the neck, depends on the shape of the inner edge or sewing on the edge. This is turned and depend upon the length and between the two edges. The collar is attached to the neckline with the outer edge hanging free. So there are different collar types and how it seems to be that there are somewhat terminologies, that is collar type, neckline, collar style, style line, stand, fall. Those terminologies are comes for collars. So those are portions of the collar: neckline, stand, roll line, fall, notch line, lapel, extension, leading edge, break point, collar edge, notches. So those are the main parts of the collars. So what are all the types of collars? Flat collar, full roll, convertible, partial roll. Those are some more types of the collars. Here it seems to be first collar. It is flat collar. It is a flat collar. Next one is Peter Pan collar, and it is a sailor collar, and this is Bharat collar. So those things are mainly used. Those are basics of the collars. Those types are very basic types. Full roll collar. This is full roll collar. This is the bottom and it is a convertible collar. So it can be converted into different types. one piece and two piece of convertible collars, mandarin collar, shirt collar. Shirt collar is a very basic type, and it was one of the best. It was mainly used for every, it is a formal one. Next one is shawl collar. It is a bigger collar. It was mainly used in it was used in coats, and it having somewhat a good looking. It is shawl collar. So the classification of collar. So the collar has been classified into width of the collar, shape of its over edge, shape of the neckline, roll of the collar. So those things are mainly used for it. And the factors to be considered while designing the collar style. First one is design of the fabric, color and texture of the fabric, pattern of the garment, purpose and use of the garment, sex and age of the wearer, appearance of the wearer. So first one is design. So how the fabric design, is it having lines or stripes or a checked designs, dots or a plain. So we have to view the fabric. Second one is color and texture of the fabric. If it is too dark, how we can imagine, how we can change. We have to verify those color and texture. It seems to be how it feels. We have to touch that and we have to feel that. Next, the pattern of the garment. What is the garment? What is the pattern is used on that? Shall we change the type of the collar? Is it possible? So what is the pattern used for that? Purpose and use of the garment. Is it a formal wear, or it is a casual wear, or it is a functional one, or it is a uniform? We have to know about the purpose and use of the garment. Next, who is a men or women, who is going to wear that, and what is the age of the wearer. If it is a child, it is age, what is the age limit. If it is an adult, what is an age limit. We have to know about it. And appearance of the wearer. So if how it seems to be, so we have to illustrate those things, and we have to see what is the view, total view of that. So first we have to know about if we are designing a proper collar for the wearer. So those things are mainly to be seen on considering for designing a collar for the garment. Okay, so next we continue with the yokes in the next video. Thank you.